code white, 2 southeast, code white, 2 southeast.
A family member telling me that, like, you don't have to like your parents, but you have to love them. And I was like, no. No, I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I do not have to love a... If you don't know how to help someone or just listen, then zip it.
Shut up.
Zip it. Shut up. Okay,
Stop talking. You're having a bad day? Just touch grass. I'll touch something and it ain't gonna be grass, I'll tell you that much.
You know what I tell them? I said, well, would you go to a diabetic and tell them to tell their pancreas to start making insulin?
Right.
Right.
Just start making the insulin. It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Come on, make insulin.
It's all a mindset. It's all a mindset. And on the front page, right smack dab on the front page, was a picture of him in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. And the headline was, talk show host too sick to face child charges. And I've never been a religious person, but I was like, why? Why?
This is gonna make me cry because I'm picturing a child.
I just thinking that.
When you first messaged me, you said I lost my dad, but he didn't die, and that's
Right.
when I knew. Oh,
You told me that and I was like, whoa, we need to talk to this girl. Because, girl, you got away with words.
yeah, you do. But like when you said that, I was like, this is gonna be serious. This is something, and it is still serious to this day. Hi guys, welcome back to Grippy Talk. Today, Jen and I have a very special guest, and her name is Samantha.
Hello.
Hi Samantha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. How about you, Jen?
I'm good, thanks.
Perfect. And today we have an episode of Healing Out Loud, which we will dive into Samantha's personal trauma. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do for work?
Okay, so my name is Samantha Dykeman. I am a local tattoo artist in the Fredericton area on the north side. I have a Facebook page called Very Cool Tattoos by Sam. Like fairy as in the wings and all that jazz. Right now I have my own shop on the north side on Gibson Street. And I love all my customers. Everybody's welcome in the shop, you know, girls, guys, gays, theys, everyone. Everyone's
Amazing.
welcome in my shop. I love them so much.
That.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So just if you want to visit her Instagram, her QR code is right there, and you'll be able to see her work. So my next question for you is, how would you describe your life before your traumatic experience?
I would say it was a pretty like normal childhood, a normal like a divorced child, you know, or a child that comes from a divorced home, you know, spending part of my time at my dad's and spending the majority of time at my mother's. He would get us every second weekend and everything seemed you know, like I wasn't one of those really traumatized kids because of my parents' separation. It was
Yeah.
like, woo, 2 Christmases, 2 bedrooms, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, I didn't really care that much about it. So yeah, it was a
Okay.
pretty normal life for the
Just a
most part.
normal childhood up until that moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear about until that moment, but we'll dive into what happened.
Are you comfortable sharing what happened or like parts of it that stand out to you, I guess?
Yeah, I've definitely told it like so many times that it's basically like telling a story, like telling a like reading off of a cue card now, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between all the doctors, psychiatrists, friends, like
Yep.
it's not even trauma dumping anymore for me. It's just like I'm so far removed from it at this point that
Yeah.
it's really easy for me to talk about at this point.
Well, that's
Well,
actually amazing that you've come this far. But I think detaching yourself is a way of like protecting
oh,
yourself.
absolutely.
But yeah, if you want to share what happened at the
Yeah.
tender age of, I think, 11.
11, yeah.
Yeah.
So, my father, his name was Dennis Melanson. He was a really, really well-known broadcaster here in Fredericton. He was in radio for, I think, 14 years. He worked for the Fox, doing like the morning news, and then he moved on to Fred FM, and then he eventually got a talk show on Rogers Channel 10, like the local Rogers channel, and that was called Melanson Live.
Okay.
So I grew up, um, like I have like really fond memories of him being a broadcaster and spending a lot of time at the radio stations. Like grew up around like Freddie Mac and like Mark Roberts and all those guys. So
Hmm.
I'm quite familiar with them. Um,
Yeah.
Anyways, so he was a really well-known person around town. I remember when we were kids, like going out with him in public almost got kind of annoying because people would stop and
Everybody
be
knows
like,
them.
"Oh, Dennis, like,
Yeah.
hey."
Yeah.
So, uh, because he was so well known, it was a pretty high profile case when everything came out. He was under investigation like while he was doing his talk show for Rogers from 2004 until 2005 when they actually charged him, and
Mm-hmm.
he was under investigation for having child on his computer
Yeah.
at work at the Rogers station.
His work
Uh
computer?
Mm-hmm.
huh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not
No.
not the
No.
smartest. No.
No, that's
No.
really like yeah, okay. All right.
Just
Yeah, a
telling your
little
story,
sketchy.
I'm getting goosebumps. Sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
It blows
it's
my
all
mind that
right.
people do this like at work. Like
Well,
anyway,
see, because all that stuff was on his work computer, he had said that it was for research for an
right.
episode of Melanson Live that he was doing, where he wanted to talk about the dangers of child. And there was evidence, like after reading all of the court case documents and the articles, like he had gone to his buddy who was a police officer and asked if he
Mm-hmm.
could do an episode about it. And the police officer was like, no, that's not a good idea. And the research continued after that. So, like, the evidence in court had determined that, like, okay, at this point, it's not for research. You're not doing
Right.
this for research. Like,
And
Right.
even if he wanted to do this for research, which I completely don't agree with. First of all, as a reporter, you don't go watch
no,
actual child. You will go look at
No.
court papers,
you
you'll
talk to the
interview.
victims.
Yes, you talk to the
You
There's
know, like,
victim
ways around
because
watching
every
it.
every single person on earth that watches these are making a market for it.
Yes.
So if you watch it, you're making a market for it. So people that are sick in the head are gonna keep doing it. They're gonna
right, because you're giving them views.
exactly,
Right, exactly. You're
exactly.
feeding the fire, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, because if no
exactly.
one watched it, there wouldn't be any,
No.
Right.
right?
Exactly.
So it's anyway.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
it,
No,
yeah.
his excuse for research was totally like it in court. It was proven that it was beyond the point of research, and you know he could have maybe used that as an excuse for the first little while, but after they put a kibosh on that episode,
Well,
and he
that's the
continued
thing.
to,
You would
and
think
some of his Google searches were like 14-year-old girls and stuff like that. So I was like,
no.
yeah, like, ooh. And I was 11 years old. So, like,
This is the thing I don't understand. I'm sorry, but like he had
yeah,
a
how
daughter.
can you have a daughter who's like so close in age to these girls that you're victimizing? That
Right.
thankfully, I've been asked this question so many times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did he do anything to you? No, I was always his daughter in his eyes, I think. Like, I'm pretty confident that he
Yeah.
saw me as his daughter. He watched me grow up and all that
He could
stuff.
draw that line.
Yeah, somehow. I
Still
don't.
unacceptable,
But
thankfully, yes.
Yeah.
this angers me. I'm sorry.
No, me
yeah.
too. I was angry about it for a really long time. Like, I felt victimized in a way that, like, how could you victimize girls that were just like me?
yes.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
That's
that
one
is
thing I don't
me.
think I'll ever understand.
Yeah.
And just to know you were you are a victim. Even though he didn't physically do anything to you, you're still a victim in this.
1,000%.
So, but I
1,000.
mean, you might not want to be told that now because it's been a while, but just, I don't want to discredit that you've still been through a lot.
Yeah.
You're a survivor.
I definitely.
You are a survivor.
Yeah.
girl.
I don't discredit that at all still.
Good.
Even though I've put in so much work and it's been such a long time since any of it happened, like there's still that little girl in there
Mhm.
that is angry about it, you know what I mean? And sometimes
He's always
going to
be there too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
and in my opinion, I'd be a little concerned if she wasn't there.
Yes.
If for you,
Yeah,
you know what
I
I
haven't
mean? Like,
completely detached myself from, and I think there were times in my life that I did detach myself
Oh.
completely from her just for my own sanity.
right.
But
And yeah, I totally get that.
I think
100%.
that like certain things in my life that happened made me like kind of rethink it about it, and like when
Opened up.
when I had my kids,
Yeah.
it really caused me a lot of anger. Like, he should be here, he should be a part of their lives, like he should be a part of my life. When I got married the first time,
Yeah.
you
But he
know,
threw that away.
yeah,
he
no,
did.
it was his
he
choice.
made that decision. He made
Yeah.
that decision. And it
Yes, he
sucks.
did.
It sucks for you and your children and your family. But at the end of the day, he is an adult and he can make these decisions. He knows right from wrong.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Oh,
he can sit there and
definitely.
say it was for research all he wants. Doesn't matter, dude. What you
No.
did was weird and gross and wrong.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that's
I'm
the
sorry,
thing too. He was such an intelligent man, well spoken. Obviously, he was on the radio,
Yeah.
very personable, and
Yes.
so there was a lot of people who were like, "Oh, I know Dennis." Like, a lot of people thought they knew him personally because he was such a personality on radio and TV, and they were like, "Oh my God, he would never do that. Like, this is gotta be wrong." But
So I
They
have a-
are the people that typically do it. Not to say that all of them do it, but the people who you don't expect to do something like that, they're the ones who do it. Like,
well, that's just it.
yeah,
Like,
I was
my
just gonna say.
family, the people closest to him, me, my brother, and my mother, had no idea. He was under investigation from 2004 to 2005, and we were none the wiser. Like, we had no idea.
No
that was
one
going
told
You
on.
guys didn't know at all? You
No.
didn't know he was under investigation. They didn't tell you
Well,
his
the police can't tell you because it would interfere with the investigation. Like
but
someone
he
could
has
warn
minor
him, and
children.
you know what I mean? Like I
But he had minor
understand.
children at the time.
Yeah, you would think that, but
Yep.
I kind of see it from both points. You know what I mean?
I
Like
get it.
like it could compromise their investigation if someone close to him were to find out and like
I
Yeah.
guess so. But
warn him
speaking,
about it, and then he could go and delete all the things or
right?
whatever. Like,
No,
Yeah, I
but
get that, but at the same
understandable.
time, they should have considered the fact that there was kids that could have been in harm's
Well,
way.
right.
speaking as a mother, man, not
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You know,
You-
I'm
Yeah.
sure my mom was extremely
I'm
Ooh.
sure your
disturbed
mom
by
wanted
that.
to rip
Yeah.
someone a new one several times over.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Your mom must be a strong woman too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she was, especially with like we're from the Minto area.
Yep.
And so was he. Like my mom and my dad grew up in the Minto Chipman area. So it was so tight knit.
Small
And
communities.
my mom got a lot of criticism when all this came out, and she made the decision like, okay, you're not seeing your kids anymore. A lot of people
Good
were
for your
harassing
mom.
her. Like she got
What?
so much harassment from the community, from the media, like the media. I remember CBC was like showing up at our house
For her
for,
keeping you guys from him.
well, no, just to interview us and just to get like just to get their clout, you know what I mean? Like
Sick,
they
man.
That is sick. That is
Yeah.
sick.
That's sick.
Sick
yeah.
makes me
Oh.
sick. I'm sorry.
I-
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So
Okay.
in order
Mm.
for us to get away from all of that, my mom packed up all her stuff and we moved to Halifax for 4 years.
Don't blame
Sure.
her.
Wow.
The trial lasted from 2005 into 2008, and we were living in Halifax that whole time, but it was all on the news, so we could still kind of keep up with it and
Yep.
see what was going on with his court case.
Your
But it
mom
was,
did what she should have done,
Oh,
honestly.
Your mom's a
Yeah.
flipping queen.
Yes, she is.
Frickin' man, I
I-
want to
Yep.
meet her and hug her.
Yep.
I loved Halifax. Halifax was a very like healing place for me.
Yeah.
I love
that for you.
100%.
I love
Uh,
that for you. What do you remember most clearly from that time? Like sounds, smells, thoughts?
Okay, so I like the day we found out that like that he was under investigation, that he was being charged, that he had to go to court. We got a call that morning from the hospital that said, like, they were telling us that my father was in a coma and he had attempted by taking a whole bunch of pills. And we didn't know why, like, we had no idea what was going on. We just knew, dad's in a coma in the hospital. He did this on purpose. And then my uncle showed up like maybe a couple hours later with a copy of the Daily Gleaner. And on the front page, right smack dab on the front page, was a picture of him in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. And the headline was "Talk show host too sick to face child charges." So
That's
when
how
we-
you found out?
yeah, we found out through the Daily Gleaner. So
Oh my
God.
God.
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. And I was 11, of course. We were
You were a
living.
baby.
Yeah.
I have no words. That's
It's hot in here, but like I have like goosebumps just
my
listening.
stomach hurts.
Yeah, it was like I can't even I can't even describe how surreal it was. And I remember my mom like explained it to me, showed me the article, and I didn't say a word. We lived on a dirt road. I went outside onto the dirt road. It was so hot out there. It was a hot, dry summer. And I remember picking up rocks and just throwing them down on the ground, and I remember the puffs of dirt, dust coming up. Like I made like a smoke bomb of dust from all these rocks thrown at the ground and like screaming at the top of my lungs, like, why? Like at the sky. Like I've never been a religious person, but I was like, why?
This is
Why?
gonna make me cry because I'm picturing a child
I
here.
just thinking that.
Because I'm looking at you and you're an adult. You're an adult, but you were a child when this happened.
Like, I just want
Yeah.
to go back and hug that 11-year-old girl. And the way you were describing the puffs of, I can literally
Yes.
visualize you as this tiny little girl, just so confused and just throwing things and not
Yes. I
I
understanding
didn't know
what
what to do with
was happening.
myself.
And
I-
PTSD is so weird like that. Like you remember these little things, and when you're describing this and seeing the puff of, like you said, the puff of dirt, it's like that's PTSD you're still experiencing today. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Like
sorry.
when you say sound, smells, whatever.
Yes.
The thing I remember most is the dust. The
Yeah.
dust
From the rocks.
From the rocks. That sticks out in my brain so hard for
Yeah.
some reason. And I don't even remember what I do remember screaming why. I screamed a whole bunch of stuff. I don't
Yeah.
remember all
I
of it.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, rightfully
And-
so.
Once I kind of got it out of my system, I went back in the house, and I mean, my mom and my uncle, they could hear the whole thing. I'm
Yeah.
sure they knew exactly, like, and they just had
Yeah.
zero to say. They just, like,
What do you say?
yeah.
Any of
Yes.
you in that situation, like what?
Yeah.
I can't even begin to imagine how I would react if I were any of your family members at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, was your brother older or younger than you?
Younger. Yeah, younger.
Oh,
And him and my dad had a like more of a strained relationship. My mom and my dad, obviously, they were split up, so they had a strained relationship. My brother and my dad also kind of had this weird, like, strained relationship where my dad wanted to, like, get close to him, but he just wasn't what he wanted him to be. But I was daddy's little girl. Like,
That makes
That
it
was-
even more hard for you to process
was-
this.
it was rough. I think my brother, like, was traumatized in a different kind of way because
Absolutely.
he spent so long trying to, like, have this connection with my dad that he didn't have. And then I had this connection and lost it. So it was a weird dichotomy there. But,
Mhm.
like,
that is, yeah, that's a lot for both of you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
we handled it in very different ways, too.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
bet.
for sure.
I bet.
Like, after we moved to Halifax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, was there a moment when you realized like that this is just something that's never going away, that experience is going to stay with you for a while, forever? When was that moment? Did that hit you?
It's hard to say, like, when reality actually hit, I guess. Like, it set in, but it didn't. When
Yeah.
I said, when I went outside through the rocks, was processing. That was me processing it. And then I
Yes.
think that probably when, like, more coverage on the news started happening, I think that's when things, like, really set in, like, that this was gonna be a really high profile case, and, like, it wasn't
Yeah.
it was still public, so
Yeah.
I was reminded constantly. So.
That's
And
what
I
I was
gotta
just about to
s-
say.
Yeah, and at 11 too, you're kind of at that very tender age too, where girls are mean.
Yes.
And I can't,
Yeah.
I'm not sure like how that went down at school. Maybe you got out quick enough that it did. No.
I only got, actually, there was only one comment from one girl in school one
Okay.
time where, she was like, well, I have a dad and you don't. That was, like, the only time. And I remember that very clearly because I was very upset.
Well,
But
yeah.
that was, we were really, really young.
I still would have punched an 11-year-old in the face, just saying.
Yes.
Would have done that for you.
Yeah. Like if I was, because we're not very, like we're very close in age, you and I. I would have throat punched that girl at the time for you, okay? Just to let you know.
I would have done it at this age for you, just saying.
I have to say,
Yeah.
I have to say though, I mean, she had her own issues.
Yes,
and
for sure.
I could tell that she didn't come from a great home, and then she had a twin brother, and I later found out that he committed. Like when we were adults, I found that out, and now I have more sympathy and empathy for her, and like I do not hold that against her at all.
No, she was also
she was
a child too.
Yeah,
we were
exactly.
kids,
right? You guys were babies. Like it's
yeah. She was
Yeah.
just trying to say the most hurtful thing she could, and she did. So
Yeah.
right.
But again,
That's
like of course it's like angering hearing it, but then like, you know, back to reality, she's still a kid. Was there ever a weirdly funny or WTF moment during your recovery? Or healing, I should say, not recovery.
That's a tough one, to be honest. 'Cause like, I don't know. I guess coming out of it, when I moved to Halifax, I ended up having the absolute time of my life. And so that's kind of funny that like I was like the happiest I've ever been after that. I mean, in a way, I was still like very traumatized by it, but like I found my people in Halifax and really thrived. And like my mom used to joke that she would never see me because I was always out with friends, and like, you know,
and that's nice to hear.
Got really involved with like the local all ages metal community, like
cool.
Yeah, like there was this place in Halifax called the Pavilion, and it was just this tiny little like brick building with like terrible ventilation and a skate park next to it, and we all used to just like hang out at the skate park and go to shows. And I just became like a punk, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's amazing.
So you found your identity in being like the punk girl.
Yeah,
I love that. I absolutely love that. I mean, it's funny, but it's also, I think it's your way of coping and finding. I think that's great. I just think it's great, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've gotten this, but what's the most ridiculous advice someone gave you while you were healing? People are stupid, so I know there's something. There's gotta be.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
That's my saying for everything.
Oh, I remember a family member telling me that like you don't have to like your parents, but you have to love them. And I was like, no, no, I don't. No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I do not have to love a.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I was like, I love you, but no.
Right.
I love you, but no.
Like people.
But no.
People say this, like if you don't know how to help someone, or just listen, then zip it. Shut up. Okay,
Stop
like
talking.
It speaks more on them and the fact that they really never had to face much trauma in their life. You know what I mean?
The thing too is that you can tell that they're uneducated. Like there's a lot of things that you can do, especially nowadays, to educate yourselves on these things, and people just don't. They just assume that everything they read on social media and like everything they hear is true.
You're feeling depressed? Just take a walk.
Take a walk.
Go work out. Do some yoga.
Just go for a walk. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Stop being so negative. Stop thinking like, okay.
Thank you.
You know what I tell? You know what
I'm having a bad day? Just touch grass. I'll touch something and it ain't gonna be grass. I'll tell you that much.
You know what I tell them? I said, well, would you go to a diabetic and tell them to tell their pancreas to start making insulin?
Right.
Right.
Just start making the insulin. It's okay.
Tell
We'll
your
figure it
pancreas,
out.
come on, make insulin.
It's all a mindset. It's all a mindset.
Oh, I
You know?
can't. I
It's
can't.
all in your
I
head.
can't.
It's all in your head.
I can't.
Ugh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this next one, I will actually bring the screen up. If you had to sum up your mental health journey with a meme, which one would you pick? And this is the one that you picked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
So I
about you
just said-
explain a little bit? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I want to see your thought process on this.
Well, I picked this one because obviously my life was like completely on fire, but I like really made the best of it, especially after we moved to Halifax. And I think that a huge part of my recovery was forgiving, learning to forgive, not for the person who I was forgiving, but for myself in
Ooh,
my
I love
own
that.
mentality.
I do love that. Yeah.
Love that.
It gave me so much peace once I learned that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for yourself.
For you.
Amen.
And doesn't mean that you need to have a relationship with this person or whatever, but you have to just in your mind just be like, this is fine. This is
Yep.
that was their choice.
Yep.
That this is what happened, and you either accept it, forgive, not forget, forgive, and move on with your life. Just keep
Yeah.
living, you know? Yeah.
Don't
For
let them
your-
live rent free in your head.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Don't let
Uh,
it eat away at you. Just
yes.
just tell yourself it's fine.
It's
Because
fine.
because
This is
eventually if you
fine.
let it eat away at you, eventually it's gonna come out, and it's not gonna come out in a healthy way, and it's not
Right.
gonna end well for anybody.
You're right.
Exactly.
But this meme
You're-
is my life.
Yes,
This
I
is
love
my
it.
life. I'd say
I'm sure it's
people I've said
relatable
that
to a lot.
hundreds of times. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
How did your trauma show up in your daily life after the event?
Well, I'm definitely like, okay, if you look up in the dictionary the textbook definition of daddy issues,
I'm sorry.
that's
Perfect
me.
answer.
So, you know, seeking validation with
Yep.
boys,
Yeah.
especially as a teenager. I was really, you know, into myself and like, or not so into
mean-
myself, but just seeking that male validation, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Yeah.
that's a normal reaction because you had this male figure all your life, and then all of a sudden he's not there, and you're angry, and
And you're
Yeah.
admittedly a daddy's girl, right? We're a daddy's
yes.
girl. So I
Yeah.
mean, to
Yeah.
have that literally like pulled away from you, for you,
Yeah.
I would expect you to seek validation. And I mean, that was, oh, honey. Ugh.
it's hard. It is
That's
hard.
rough.
But it's nice that you can laugh at it now, you know, like you were just like,
Yeah.
you know, look, but yeah, like at the
There's
time you're probably not even sure what's happening, right? But
Yeah.
now that you look back and after therapy and all that, which we'll get into, like,
Or it was like, why am I so boy obsessed all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
But,
Why
yeah.
I don't understand. Oh, right.
yeah. Then
It's
later
the
on, you're
daddy.
like, oh,
And then you hit
Got
like
it.
adulthood and you're like, well, shit, now that makes
Yeah.
sense. I got
It
it.
it all makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Like my first relationship, I was 14 and he was 17. And so like I really clung on to that. We did date for like 2 years, which is a long time.
What were some of the first signs that, you weren't okay, and how did you respond?
I think that like I was definitely doing things. Like I said, when I moved to Halifax, I did find my people, but there was a lot of substance use attached to that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was social, but that's when I got into drinking and like, you know, smoking a lot of the
Bad
jazz
things.
cabbage and
The jazz
you know,
cabbage.
jazz cabbage.
I love that.
And that's a normal response also, because people don't just go into substance for fun. I always say
Not
it's trauma.
usually.
Trauma brings you to that. You know,
Right.
no
Yeah.
one wakes up and like, I want to be an alcoholic today.
hmm
I think I'm going to dive into the bottom of a bottle
yeah,
today.
exactly. It's all a trauma response.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I
everything
mean, I
is.
think there is a responsible way to consume those
Yes.
products, you know, but
1,000%.
at the time I was one, underage
Yeah.
and not supposed to be doing that. And
Mhm.
two, I think doing it to seek validation from friends as well. And because I was just all about that validation, you know what I mean? I was all
Oh,
about like being accepted and like just being so lonely that I just like I would do anything for
right, because you didn't want these people to leave you.
right, exactly. I think I
Because
did
you
have
had,
some
yeah.
abandonment issues. Yeah.
1,000%.
What has healing looked like for you?
So like more in the present day, healing. Like I said, when I had my children, when I was pregnant, when I was getting married, um, a lot of these feelings kind of came back up and it surprised me. Um, and I didn't really think I would ever have to deal with these feelings again because it was
Yeah.
like, okay, I've forgiven, it's gone, whatever. But then I started, you know, when I was pregnant and you're all emotional and hormonal and everything like that.
Mhm.
You're like, why isn't my dad here to be a grandfather? Why isn't, you know,
Oh,
like, so that was another thing I had to accept during all these big milestones in my adult life that,
oh,
you know, I had to had
I
to
can't.
work through again. And I wasn't
Like,
really understanding why these feelings were coming up again. So
Right.
I ended up
That's
going back to therapy and talking about it, and you know that helped a lot. So
good for
I'm
you for
glad
going back
you,
to therapy.
yeah,
yeah, like hats off to you for that. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like not, is it not fair? Is probably what you felt.
yeah, exactly.
It's
Almost,
not
it's
fair that I don't
not fair.
have my dad here with me. It's not fair that he's not walking me down the aisle. It's not fair that my child would not have a grandpa on my side, you know? And
Yeah,
these are valid. That's so valid.
Yes.
Regardless what he did, you
He's
still want a
he's still
dad.
your dad.
yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that you have to like love him, but
No.
what I'm
No,
saying is like you're still gonna have those thoughts. You're like, well, how come? You know, it's still my dad. Like I still miss him. You know,
yeah,
miss your
yeah, and
your
I hate
dad.
that I miss him.
I
I
know.
hate
I
that I
bet.
miss him, but like I do miss. I think I miss the idea of him more
The
than I
Right.
miss.
you
Who he
miss who you thought he was.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's
and
valid.
that's hard in and of itself, really. Like because then you feel guilty in a sense, maybe for missing him, missing that part of him, and then
Mhm.
it's like a whole vicious circle. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Going back
oh,
to the whole guilt thing too, like I especially feel guilty for my daughter, like because I I was married for I was married for like 6 years, together for 10 with the father of my 6-year-old son.
mhm,
And then I got with my daughter's father, who like we've been together for like 2 years, and we broke up like briefly after like she was about a month when we broke up.
mhm,
I was suffering really bad postpartum rage, which is not a
Yes.
thing that people talk about a lot. They talk about the baby blues, postpartum depression. They don't talk about like the anger part
Mhm.
that so we ended up like things got a little explosive and we ended up having to like take some space, but we are back
Yeah.
together and like I'm
That's
still
nice,
good.
living on my own. We're just kind of waiting for our leases to anyway, like
Yeah.
we worked all this stuff out and like
good,
we realized that our issues were not as big as they really
Yep.
seemed at the time. So
Yeah.
that's
good.
nice, but I feel guilty for her because his father passed away of cancer when he was 19. So my
Oh,
daughter doesn't have a grandfather on either side of the
either
family.
side.
And it sucks because his father would have been a wonderful grandfather. I hear
Yeah.
so many good things about him, and mine's still alive, and he could
Ugh.
be, but he's not because of the choices that he made.
Yeah.
So it's
I
hard. It's so hard, and I feel so bad for my boyfriend who wishes so much that his dad was alive so he could see her and meet her and be the grandfather that she deserves. Meanwhile, my dad is alive and made those choices himself, and like he chose that. He
Yeah.
chose to be a terrible grandfather and not
He
a part
did.
of our lives. So it's
It
frustrating. It's
it
frustrating.
I can feel it coming from you right now live. You know
my
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can feel that frustration, and you might experience that for a while. And I don't blame you because it's like when you first messaged me, you said I lost my dad, but he didn't die, and that's when
Right.
I knew, oh
he told me that, and I was like,
yeah.
whoa, we need to talk to this
So
girl, because girl, you got
this
away with words.
yeah, yeah, you do. But like
Thanks.
when you said that, I was like, this is gonna be serious. This is something, and it is still serious to this day. And like you said, it creeps on you, and like you'll forget about it for years, and then not forget, but
It's just not
it
something you
can
think
creep.
about daily.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
creep up on you and especially big occasions like having a kid, being married, and
Yeah.
Birthdays, Christmas, like, no.
yeah,
And the
Yeah.
story you
It
just told about
definitely.
your boyfriend and his dad, like, it sucks because, you've, like you said, you've got this man that would do
yep,
anything to watch your little girl grow up. And then you've got this other man who made these horrible decisions and is still
mm-hmm.
here,
Yeah.
and it's just, it's
It's
so,
not fair. It's
it's
not
not
fair.
fair. It's not fair
It's
at
not.
all. And it makes you
Yeah.
want to punch things
Yep.
Yeah.
and people.
Or
And I
throw
get it.
rocks at the ground.
Or throw rocks at the
Yes.
ground and watch the dust
Yes.
pop up.
I think
Yes.
after this recording, I'm going outside, I'm picking up a rock and I'm throwing it on the ground. I'm not even
Dude,
kidding.
I've never wanted to
It
throw
helps
rocks on the
so
ground so
much.
much in my life.
I'm literally for you gonna do it and I might cry. I'm just saying.
I will
Yeah.
cry. There's no ifs.
Yeah,
It's
there's
gonna
no
happen.
if and or buts. So you kind of answered it, but I'll still ask, are there still days where things hit you harder than others? What do you do on those days?
I work a lot, but I do love my work. So
Yeah.
it's I like to say that like it kind of sounds bad, but like my work is my break.
Yes,
Like
that doesn't sound.
I come home, I be mom, I do the laundry, I do the dishes, I do the housework, and then I go to work and I draw pretty pictures on people and I
Yes.
trauma dump with them and I get to meet all kinds of cool people. So to me, my work is like a really nice break for me. And when I'm working on a big tattoo or something, I can just like zone in and focus
It's
and
Yeah.
almost like
um,
that's your therapy.
I was just saying,
yeah.
just about to say that.
Yeah.
Like when I have quite a few tattoos.
Yeah.
And
I don't
when
have
I go
enough.
in, my tattoo artist, like I love her. I absolutely adore her. And we just talk, 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 talk. She's my therapist. I'm her therapist. It's
Yeah.
like both
Love
ways.
that.
So I get it. Like I get it. Absolutely get it. I love that.
Yeah.
Part-time
That's
tattoo artist, part-time therapist. That's me.
Yes.
you're
Yes.
hired. You're hired
Yes.
for both.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's going through something similar?
Well, I actually did have to say something. I didn't have
Mhm.
to, but when the whole Trevor Doyle thing
Yep.
was going on, there
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
so many parallels between that case and
Yeah.
my dad's case.
Mhm.
And I just felt this like really huge need to reach out to Trevor Doyle's wife on Facebook I never got a response, but the
No.
message was basically like, hey, my name is Samantha. I'm the daughter of Dennis Melanson. I explained the case. I was like, I just want you to know that I know what your family is going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't, especially where it's so high profile. And just
Yeah.
like keep your kids safe. Do what you feel is right as a mother to keep your children safe, and do not waver on those decisions that you make, and move forward and know that there's life after this. And yeah, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Oh.
Cause when you messaged me and you started saying, I thought that's who you were talking about.
yeah
And then you said, no, it's someone else. But I was too young at the time to have heard of your story of Dennis
I
Melanson.
wasn't.
But
yeah
Trevor Doyle, I do remember.
Well,
So
yeah,
that
I
was
thought for sure that it was him. But do you know if the wife saw your message?
I don't even know if she read it or not.
Okay.
I think it was back before Facebook told you if they read it or not. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's because it's been a while, but I do remember like that case. But your case, I
It was a
honestly
big
can't
deal.
say I wasn't from. I'm not from Fredericton. I'm from Bathurst.
No,
So
a
for
lot of people
me,
do remember it though, but it's mostly like older folks that I'm
yes.
like, Dennis Melanson was my dad. They're like, oh, Dennis, yeah, I remember him. He was
Yeah.
on the Fox, and he was on,
And then they
yeah. I
get
was like,
awkward, I'm sure, and be like, how
That
do
is
we
so
talk to this
awkward.
girl now?
yeah, it is a little
Oh,
bit awkward, and they're like, oh, he was such a nice guy. I'm like,
can
uh,
I'm busy.
okay,
Do we know? Are we talking
yeah,
business? Yeah.
I'm busy. Gotta
Um,
go. Bye.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
really, eh? Um, so what's one thing you wish people understood about trauma?
It's not linear. Trauma's not linear. It doesn't it's not just gonna be up and up and up and up and then down and then go away forever. It's gonna be up and down and up and down, and you're
Circles.
gonna have milestones, it circles, yeah, you're gonna have the milestones that you question, like, why did I have to go through this? Why is this person missing
Yeah.
during this time or whatever? And then you'll be okay for it could be years, and then it'll
Mhm.
bubble up again, and just
My
it's
God.
You're speaking to our souls right now.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
can tell you, because it's a roller coaster that's never ending.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it stays any trauma. It doesn't matter what kind of trauma. Any trauma will stick with you, and it's different. It's like I would almost say like a stage of griefs. Like there's 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5, but it's like 1, 3, 2,
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
1, and then
yeah.
all over again. Like it's
yeah. You're right. There's like the grief stage, there's the acceptance stage, then there's the anger stage, then there's the acceptance stage, then there's the depression stage, and then it's just like
It's
all over the
everywhere.
place.
Yeah.
and
That's
forever.
Uh,
Unfortunately, it's forever, and it can happen in the span of a week or
and not
years.
and
And
not everybody's is the same. Like you
no,
can't,
No,
like you
no.
just
no,
said, you and your brother went through the same situation but experienced it completely differently.
yep,
Totally different
exactly.
experience. I
Yep.
will say we both ended up being very talented. I'm gonna toot my own horn here for a
As
second,
you
but like
should, girl.
Yes.
being really talented artists, although
That's
he
awesome.
is a musician. And so when we were living in Halifax and he was like isolating himself and
Yeah.
stuff, he got into playing guitar, and he
Wow.
like
Oh,
classically trained himself to play guitar, and he is like the most talented guitarist I have ever met in my life. Now he's
that's
in currently a System of a Down cover band. Their name is Mr. Jack, and they play local shows here in Fredericton. So
No.
anyone who's like listening, I definitely urge you to, if you see Mr. Jack is playing a show, go check him out. He's the front man. He's an amazing singer
holy sh-
too.
Okay.
He's
Next
front man
show,
material.
can you message me next show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Jen, we're gonna have a night out.
If you could go back and tell your past self one thing, what would it be?
First I would probably tell myself that you don't need a man's validation to feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Write that down for
Um,
your daughter.
yeah. Like there was a point in my life, I was one of those girls in high school that would wake up 2 hours early, do like a full face of makeup every single day, straighten my hair. I was so worried about like leaving the house and not looking perfect.
Yep.
And then there was just a point in my life, probably like shortly before my son was born, like before I got pregnant with him, where I just kind of like stopped wearing makeup and like not that I didn't like I have a lot of self-expression through my clothing,
Yeah.
and that's always been just a fun thing for me.
Yeah.
But I stopped worrying so much about like how people perceive my image and worry more about my art and
It's freeing,
not
isn't it?
not so much like of them accepting it, but like letting it speak for itself,
Yeah.
letting my art speak for itself, and
Wow.
trying to promote myself as an artist and let my passions lead the way.
I love that. And also
Wow.
have tattoos, and that's a form of
Yes, I have.
self-expression.
I
Yeah.
have lots of
You got
tattoos.
lots
Oh,
of tattoos, so
I'm
you
so
don't need makeup,
jealous.
girl. You
No.
don't. What's one thing that helped you heal that you never expected?
Um,
I think we kind of touched that.
Mm.
yeah. Well, like the easy answer would be my art,
Yes.
like drawing and stuff like that. But also, I got really into playing like cozy video games. Like I'm a big fan of playing The Sims, and like
Yes.
I build my dream houses and
Oh,
like
nice.
I'm just like super into that. So, and also
Cute.
once I started doing art as work, it like I kind of stopped doing it as a hobby. So I needed to find some other kind of creative outlet, and then I like really got into The Sims and like Animal Crossing too. I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan.
Yes.
I've got
Yes.
my little Celeste here. She's so
Ah,
cute.
she's so cute. I have the Switch, which is the Animal Crossing edition.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
So
love
sweet.
gaming, but like right now I'm playing Killing Floor 3, so it's not very relaxing.
No, that's not. But
Like
I play games that might not always be considered cozy games. Like I'm a huge Skyrim fan.
oh yes.
I like dig deep into like I'm a huge Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones fan, and the Elder Scrolls has like so
Yes.
much lore behind it.
Yes.
So like I dig deep into like lore videos on YouTube.
So like you like
And
the RPG type of game where there's a
yeah,
storyline and you progress, and yeah, I'm the
it
same.
if it
Um
has swords and dragons, like count me in.
yes, right,
You want to
right.
know what? You want to know what I hear right now?
Your
Charlie
son?
Brown's teacher going wah wah because I don't game at all.
I know. So you're hearing your son right
Why?
now, right? It's just
I
like
was-
talking to your
I
son.
just love watching the two of you talk, and I'm just like, this is cool. I don't know what they're talking about, but it sounds fun.
Oh,
No,
neat.
it is. It really is.
No, my wife's a gamer, so I get it.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure that helps you decompress? Well, I think we kind of answered it.
Well,
Oh,
I for some reason I really like my most guilty pleasure thing I do when I want to decompress is watch episodes of Dr. Phil. Like I don't know why. It
I
makes
love
me
it.
feel it makes me feel like I'm like in high school again and like just coming home from school and like good old Dr. Phil is on and he's like, you need to get a hold of your life, and I'm like, yeah,
We
Dr.
used to
Phil.
record it and watch it when we would come home from work. My wife and I.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
there's something nostalgic about it. So like it's really good background noise for me. I put it on all the time.
I did not
Like this-
anticipate that at all,
So,
but
like-
I love that.
Yes, me too. But it's like I want to hear people's drama. I don't want drama in my life.
Right.
No.
That's
I want
it. I'm like, these
sip
people
my
are
tea
so
and
messed
watch
up.
it. Yeah.
It's like the Maury show. You live vicariously through these people. You're just like, you're
Yeah.
not the father.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Maury. I love
Yes,
Maury.
like
Everything's Jerry
back in the
Springer.
day when you would stay
Jerry
home from
Springer.
school, when you were sick
Jerry
and watch Jerry
Springer.
Springer, Maury, all
Maury.
that,
Steve
the
Wilco,
Steve,
whatever his name
Steve
is.
Wilco show,
I
like
Steve
all
started
of that.
watching that.
Wilkos.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love
Good
that.
times. Good
Um,
times.
yes.
Brings me back to simpler times. So
Yes, it
Right?
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
completely agree. So the last question is Grippy Sock time because we are called Grippy Sock Talk.
Makes sense.
So totally unrelatable, but if you had to be locked in a psych ward with one person, real or fictional, who would it be and why?
My brother. My brother would
Yes.
be the one that, because we've just gotten each other through so much already in life,
feel like-
and sometimes we wanted to kill each other, but like at the end of the day, we healed together, and we did such a good job of it together, and now we're best friends. So it
Oh
would be
my.
my brother that I would be
Without a
locked up in a
doubt.
psych ward with.
You guys would just get into a lot of trouble in there, I feel.
Oh,
Yeah.
who would be
Yeah.
the troublemaker?
You.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Probably me.
I was gonna say,
Love it.
it's you, right?
I'd
It's
be
you.
given the patients like stick and poke tattoos in secret, and like
Oh my God. You would.
Yes, she would.
You
She
would be
would.
everyone's best friend.
Yeah,
Yes.
I always said that if I went to prison, I'd be everyone's favorite. So.
Yeah.
Right? This has been such an eye-opening episode for me. This is a story that you don't typically hear a lot. This is, you hear that, not to say that any is typical, but this is not typical. Okay, this is not a story that you hear every day. Like,
Yeah.
this is my first time hearing a story like this from someone. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing it so
Yeah.
publicly and openly and making yourself vulnerable. But also, even though it's rare, it happens.
Mhm.
And I'm sure there's people out there who have experienced what you have or will in the future experience this. And I hope it reaches them. And I hope your clientele, if they watch this video, they'll get a deeper feeling of you, right? And understand
Mhm.
your story. Even the people who are local, um, just I just think this is awesome that you chose our platform to tell your
Yes.
story.
I really appreciate you guys having me on here, and I did make a post on my business page saying that I was going to be participating in this podcast and that I
I
would
saw that.
let everyone know when it aired, because like I really do want to share my story, especially with my clients, and I think that getting to know your tattoo artist on a personal level is really important.
Oh, they're
Because
sticking needles in your body.
for hours at a time, you get
Yeah.
to sit there for hours, and if you can't talk to them, then that's it's pretty boring. So
Pretty boring.
Yes. Like I want my tattoo artist to talk to me. And the one that I go to, she talks to me all the time. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'll
Yeah.
definitely have to have something from you.
yes,
I
come
have
see
to.
me.
I
Yeah,
will-
I'm coming to see you.
I'm gonna trauma
Yeah.
dump. Just letting you know.
Yes,
I was just gonna say, I'm
spill
just
the
gonna come
tea.
trauma
Spill
dump. You can
all
just,
the tea.
do you know what? You can just tattoo my body and we'll just trauma
Yes.
dump all day, every day.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Cover me in tattoos.
Well, thank you so much. And if there's any other stories you would like to share with us, and we can probably feature you in other episodes as well.
Yeah, if there's-
Like, other trauma, anything. We're here
Yep,
to
yep.
listen and to heal out loud. Well, Jen, how did you feel about today's episode?
That was a lot, but it was needed, and I'm glad that that Samantha felt safe enough to tell her story on our platform. So I appreciate that from her as well.
Yeah, it's such an honor when
Yes.
people choose our platform to share a story such as this, and this is close to home too for us and the people who are going to be watching. So
Yeah.
great episode. Yeah, I couldn't be more thankful for having her on. But everyone, thanks If you've stuck to the end, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If you want to be part of Healing Out Loud with Jen and I, message us either personally or our group. We'll be in touch with you. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Thank you.